How we doing, guys? Welcome back for another video. As you can see, we've got the CZ455 on the table here, and unfortunately this isn't a shooting video, as it's all good going out and having plenty of fun shooting the guns. We also unfortunately have the privilege of having to clean them. So this video is going to be based on a cleaning video, is to just not a how-to, but this is how I clean my rifle. And we've got on the table, we've got a few products that we're going to be running through to be using. I've got this Napier gun cleaner, which is just new. I actually got this just the other day. I'd normally use this one, this Napier one, which is it's an air gun oil cleaner, which is more for air guns. So we've got this one for the rimfire. We've also got some Bisley grease and some Bisley oil, our cleaning rod, and just in the top here we've got I'll just get them out. We've got the mop and the jags, the brass jags for running down the bore. So we've got them there, all good. We've also got the snake, which I like to use on the rimfire, just to get a good clean out once you're done. An old raggedy toothbrush for getting in all the wee grooves. We'll also be using that. And an old straw, which is something I picked up off of another YouTuber, just in case you can't get your snake to properly come through the back end. It's usually not a problem, but it's always handy to have just in case. We've also got these little Napier VP90 field patches, which we run over the gun once we've done our cleaning. So with that being said, we've also got some Q-tips, just to give all the smaller parts a wee wipe down as well. So with that said, we'll crack on and get the gun cleaning. Alright guys, so first up is the bolt. So we'll just get the bolt from the gun, and normally I would use a cartridge to strip this down, but we're going to use this wee Allen bit to release the spring on the back of the gun. So first up, we just crack it to release the safety there, and then be careful with your fingers, because this can be quite dangerous if you slip. So it takes a bit of pressure on the back of it here, just to push the spring in, and then you can release the safety and it'll all just come out. So there you have the back piece, there you have your firing pin and the spring and the handle, all stripped out, ready for cleaning. Alright guys, so because I need this rag, so we'll just swap it over. We'll put all our parts on this little tool here and lay them out. Then we'll give them a spray. We'll just use this air gun stuff at the moment because, well, I only have a wee drop of this stuff left, so we'll try and use it up. We'll just get in there and give that a good spray. And then what we'll do is we'll take this little retaining spring off, and we'll get the cartridge extractors, sorry, we'll get the cartridge extractors removed and crack on. Just grab a wee screwdriver. So there we go, that's just that wee retaining clip. And we can just swiggle the extractors out. A wee bit grubby in there, it's a wee bit fiddly for this one to come out. There we go. And it's always handy to remember what one is which. So the one that's got a little sharp point on it, I don't know if you can see that, the one that's got a little sharper point on it, that's the one that goes on the right hand side. And this one's got a funny shape to it as well. That one goes on the left hand side when you're putting it back together. So again, we'll just set that there and give it a wee douse, wee spray. And then we'll let that sit and soak in and let it do its work. So whilst that's doing that, we'll get the moderator off the actual rifle, and I'll need to just remove this back pad as well off the rifle. So come back to these in a couple of minutes and we'll get the stuff off the rifle. Alright guys, so we're going to remove this cheek rest. Just get rid of that. I should have took it off at the start. Put that over there. We'll get the moderator off. A little stumpy moderator. Put that to the side there as well. Take the magazine out. So now we've got the gun clear, and we just have a look down it, and there's nothing closing in on it there, nothing blocking it. So what we'll do is we'll get our cleaner and give the bore a good dousing. Right, so we'll just get this and get a good spray in here. And we just allow that to run down the barrel. So I'm just elevating the barrel to allow the fluid to run from one side to the other, and whenever I see it dripping out the other side I'll know it's went from one end to the other completely, and I'll also rotate the barrel a few times in order to cover the whole cylinder. I'll just let that set in and work, Join us back in a couple of minutes and we'll get to scrubbing it. Alright guys, so we're back, and the first thing I'm going to do is feed the bore snake up the rifle and pull some patches through and see just how dirty the rifle actually is. So we just feed the bore snake up till it pops out the top here. And it should just pop out there. There we go. There's your bore snake through. And then we're just got to take some of these Napier patches. And for normally if you're using these on air rifles, you would use 2 patches, and for 2.2 you would use 3 patches. So I just applied the same method to the 2.2 rimfire. I'll just use 3 patches to pull through. So I'll wrap the patches inside and over, and then just pull them straight through the barrel. And straight out. And well, as you can see, it's pretty dirty in there. So we'll give this a good scrub out and see if it comes out clean the next time. So next up, we're going to get our brass brush, 22 caliber, and our rod, and we'll screw it on here at the tip there. And then we're just going to feed the rod through the rifle. And what I like to do is just tip the rifle and just easily feed it through, and then back out. I would do this about 10 times. Just give it another couple more. We'll see where that leaves us. Okay. Now, at this point I'm going to jump back now, put the bore snake back up the rifle. With another couple of patches on it, and see what comes out the other side. Here we go, bore snake out. Take our 3 patches and just wrap them in there. Just fold them over, and then give it a good tug and pull them through. Well, already's still a bit dirty, but already it's a bit cleaner. So we've just got to repeat that process until we get it clean. This time we'll take some bore scrub, or Napier bore scrub, and give it a good spray down there. And just roll the rifle side to side in order for that liquid to penetrate the whole barrel. And again, we've got a rod and feed it down the barrel, giving this a good scrub. I should actually have had a guide for this wee tutu. Unfortunately, I don't have one. You don't have to be gentle when you're doing this, guys. When these are brass brushes, they're not really going to do your barrel damage. So brass brush off, and then we'll go back in again with the boss neck. Just feeding it up. Peel it out the top. And again, guys, you should maybe do this different. This is just how I like to do it. Always feeding for the back, for the action side down to the crown. I'll just give this a pull through again. And again, you can see that scrubbing's actually doing it. Pretty good job of getting rid of all that gunk that's in there. We'll wrap this up once again and pull another load through and see just how clean it's getting. And then on that pull through there, you can see that first one's actually took a good bit out of there. So back up with the boss neck and we'll pull another couple of patches through. And every time I put them in, I just change the angle of the patches so that they catch the whole barrel. As you can see, that's very small, minute amount of dirt that's in there. So once again, we'll jump onto the rod. I know there'll be people out there saying that this will be overkill, but it's just how I like to do it. And I can feel every time I put the rod through it, it's getting a lot easier to run that rod up and down here. It's telling me that barrel's getting really clean. And we've got another couple of patches through it, and then I think we'll run the mop. We'll run the mop up and down it. Again, repeating the process. You're putting the ball snake up. There we go. We'll sell some patches. You can see every time we give it that good scrub, it seems to release a wee bit more. You know, that dirty grubbiness and the lead that's in there. So you just repeat the process until you don't see any more of that dirtiness on your patches. So I'll jump back with once I've went through this process, and I'll let you see what the barrel looks like. Alright guys, so we've gave the barrel another wee scrub. I'm just going to pull some patches through it one last time, just before we maybe give it a wee, or get the mop onto the rod here. So we'll feed the snake up. Get our patches on there. And get that tug. And then as you can see, there's very minimal dirt on that. So I'm happy enough with that. So we're going to get the mop out, and we'll run the mop up and down the barrel a few times, just to polish that barrel out and take any excess liquids that's in there. Again, you don't need to be excessive with it. This can be as many times as you like to do it. I just like to do it maybe 10 or 15 times up and down, quick passes like that, and that should be enough. Let me just put him back in there. And now, what I like to do is we'll get in amongst the action here and up in the back and give that a good clean. I'll just get the camera zoomed in there for you. And you can see just what I'm talking about. There we go. So let's bring that all there. So usually in the CZs, or probably mostly any sort of rimfire, you'll get like brass shavings or whatever, usually in the inside here. So what I like to do is take a little like toothbrush, and I'll give just the inside there a wee spray with some stuff, and get the toothbrush and get right in there and give that a good wee scrub out. And I'll do that until it's clean. So we've gave this a good clean out, guys, on the inside of that barrel there. And we'll just get the rag in there and give it a wee dry off. And if you can't quite get your finger in, just use a wee screwdriver. Give that a wee wipe round inside there. And there we have it. That's all of that, nice and clean. So moving on to the bolt, guys, we just take some of the spray, and as we did before, as it's it's already been sprayed down, I just take the wee toothbrush, get the toothbrush right into all the wee joints and try and get rid of all the gunk that's in there. And then give it a wee dry off. With your rag. And I'll do the same for the other parts. Just give them a scrub down with the toothbrush and give them a clean. And then we'll get it reassembled and put back together. So join back with us in a couple of minutes, guys, and I'll show you the finished article. Alright guys, we're back and we've got the bolt reassembled and we've got the lugs back in, the extractor lugs, the clips back on, and we've just put a wee bit of grease on these. And then what I'm going to do now is just on the bottom side, I'm just going to put a wee bit of oil, and I'll put a wee bit of oil as well in the rails, just to ease the bolt and allow the bolt to run smooth. So we'll just get a wee bit of this Bisley grease and we'll just put a wee spot on it. Doesn't take a lot, just a wee spot on each side. And we'll just let that run, and then we'll get another wee spot inside the gun on each side, like so. And then we'll just take one of our Q-tips and just get a wee rub up and down. And we'll do the same on the barrel, on the bolt. Just spread it a bit on the guides, and then we'll just slide the bolt back in. Just shifting it back and forwards a few times just to get it nice and smooth. That's buttery smooth. So there we have it, guys. That's how I like to clean my 2.2 rimfire. If you've got any questions, please leave the comments in below. We'll get the moderator back on it, and that will be good to go for another day. So again, thanks for watching, and I hope this video was maybe beneficial to some of you. And hopefully I'll get back out in the field and get this baby to use. So thanks again for watching. Cheers.